Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Well, the BBC has stepped in it now. Apparently the fans themselves are voicing their opinions on this new female Doctor, and they're not too happy about it. Reactions: Black incarnation of Doctor Who confuses Whovians. I'd say it would be, because she just comes out of nowhere, wields a gun, and goes around saying she's the Doctor. Well, she doesn't say she's the first Doctor, but that's what's confusing people who are fans of the show, because it looks like she probably is. Doctor Who on Sunday night revealed its first black incarnation of the title character, known as the Doctor, portrayed by actor Joe Martin. The BBC One series, which has been running for over 50 years, revealed that a woman named Ruth was actually a version of the Doctor who was never seen before until its latest episode. Fans were shocked to learn that Ruth, who had been previously introduced as a kind, quiet resident of a picturesque town, was now a part of a long-standing legacy of day-saving Time Lords. And fans quickly took to social media to comment. Here's a comment from Greg. Well, they did it. Both It's actually bringing a major character back, which was awesome, and the dreaded ultimate retcon to end all retcons. If this Ruth thing is true, then this might simply be the most disrespectful retcon in the history of film and TV. Another tweet from Gareth Madison, maybe being naive here, but if Ruth Doctor is revealed as a pre-first Doctor incarnation, that doesn't mean that Hartnell wasn't the first person to play the Doctor, in the same way that Enterprise doesn't invalidate Star Trek as the first entry in the franchise Doctor Who. But that's seriously what the showrunners of Doctor Who are going to do, probably. Here's another tweet from the Doctor Who show. Is there any explanation for Ruth, which doesn't leave one section or another of fandom absolutely outraged? For some reason, I honestly can't come up with a solution that's broadly satisfying, so I just say this: Chepnell better have a hell of a story in play. Honestly, from what I'm seeing, he probably doesn't. Here's some more tweets. Here's one from Amy Maloney. It's a nice idea, but it seems to completely muck up the numbering. They made a big thing of giving him extra regenerations after Matt Smith, which we all knew to be the last one he was officially due. Here, responding to that is Zach's Mind. I'm very okay with mucking up the numbering when the John Hurt became a Doctor. The Doctor Who fandom got all but hurt because it messed up their numbering, so they insisted on calling him the War Doctor and denied him his own number. Screw that, and screw Dr. Ruth instead of 2.5. Sunday night's Fugitive Jadoon episode involved the Jadoon, a band of rhino-like mercenary cops from space, chasing down a fugitive on Earth. The current Doctor, portrayed by Jodie Whittaker, the first female incarnation of the character, steps in to protect their target, a tour guide named Ruth Clayton. However, Ruth isn't a tour guide at all. She's now been retconned as the Doctor, the original one. This piece of new information the showrunner Chris Chepnell has imposed completely offers fans a different interpretation on previously described events, this time adding his usual flavor of politically correct, hyper-feminist social justice. This sort of retcon is typical of writers who are simply out of ideas with the current canon, and they use this technique to add a dramatic plot shift or account for something they see as inconsistency, usually to make a long-running property fit better within current cultural norms. Outrageous geek culture commentator, supervillain, and pop culture critic Doomcock called this modern trope cultural vandalism and compared this to what's been happening with both the Star Trek and Star Wars franchises. Doomcock, of course, being a fan of all three. But what else can we say? Yes, that this is definitely a bad thing, and it is, in Doomcock's opinion, and my own opinion, this is cultural vandalism. And if they are indeed out of ideas and they're resorting to this, then fire them and get better writers to do something other than this. I'm talking to you, BBC. The Doctor can regenerate when mortally wounded, giving the character a new face and a new life by a new actor. Whittaker officially became 13th, taking over from Peter Capaldi at the end of 2017. In this case, Martin is not taking over the role, but instead seems to be part of this season's arc surrounding the destruction of the Doctor's home planet of Gallifrey. It's not yet clear when Martin's incarnation sits in the timeline. It's implied she's an earlier Doctor, perhaps prior to William Hartnell's original, but Whittaker's incarnation clearly has no recollection of Martin's form. Then the article mentions that most likely Martin's Doctor will appear again in this season, and they give the typical questions if fans like it or not, or do they feel betrayed. Personally, yeah, I think a lot of people do feel betrayed over this new development in Doctor Who. This should not have happened. This should not have happened, BBC. And clearly the bad ratings you're getting for this new season of Doctor Who clearly show that this should not be allowed to have happened. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics That Are Bad For You. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good, because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now listen closely. It's that time of the day again. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or a review.